Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout. This is a page kit that I had put together for one of the crops. I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty, like there's not too many left. This is a few pattern papers from Bo Bunny, and this is from Stella Rose, and so is the one that is scalloped. They're both from My Mind's Eye Stella Rose. And then as I took out that page kit, and it had a bunch of embellishments, and then I had those other stickers and all that stuff that I had used on the last page or a couple pages ago, and it was still on my desk. So I thought, hey, there seems to be quite a bit of orange stuff on that, so keep it out, and then you might be able to use that. I'm going to use one of the Bo Bunny as the background, and then I'm going to take that Stella Rose by My Mind's Eye, the scallop one, and I'm going to use that as a layer, and I'm going to use the other Bo Bunny as a mat for my photo. And this is a panoramic photo that I had taken of some giraffes at Toronto Zoo, and this was probably like in 2006, 2007, 2005. It's been quite a while, and as I was unpacking, I found some of these pictures, and I thought that'd be fun to do a layout of my favorite animal. Like, I am a giraffe lover. That is my favorite animal, and a lot of people say it's because because I'm kind of tall for a girl. I'm 5'8", and so I'm above average, and apparently I have long legs, and so I used to get teased a lot when I was younger, and they'd say, well, you like giraffes because you relate to them because you have long legs like giraffe. And maybe it is, but I absolutely love giraffes. I can literally stand at the zoo and just stay there and I mean, they don't do much, but they're just so beautiful, and I can just stand there and just watch them for hours, which I have done before. And so I just thought that I would do a layout about that. There was one 6x6 pattern paper from Amy Tangerine, and I'm going to use that for my journaling. But again, it's not just going to have my journaling. I'm going to do a little spot where I'm going to do some embellishing. Now, these are my favorite thickers. They are brown, and they have a stitch down the middle. And I have two sets, and one of the sets is so low that I was able to move all the letters onto one sheet. Like at the end of this video, I kind of move all the letters and I move them to one sheet, and then I can put both sets. I put both sets in the same little bag so that it's all together and they don't get separated in my area where I keep my thickers. What I like on this alpha set too, there's a bunch of little X's and O's, and I'm going to use them as almost like little enamel dots on this layout. And I'm going to take out the gathered twigs distress ink, and I'm going to ink the edges of all the embellishment clusters. Now, I put the what I loved about that paper from My Mind's Eye, it already had a scallop, and I absolutely love that. So I'm going to put it to the left of the photo, and then I'm going to put the title to the right of the photo alongside the photo. And I had poked out one of the little, you could actually make it so that it actually looked like a little scallop, but I didn't want the little holes to show. So one of them, the hole kind of poked out. So I'm just going to take it from one that is hidden under the photo, and I'm going to replace it for the one that fell out. Now I'm going to ink the edges really well on the ends of that scallop so it really shows up against that background. I'm going to do the edges of this because the paper had, it wasn't a white core, but it was like an off-white core. So I'm going to ink the edges really well on that. And then I'm going to ink the edges of all the embellishment clusters. And I'm trying to find something to watch on Netflix, I am now watching Bones, and I'm on season 11. I was a season behind, and I just noticed, I think it was only a couple of days ago, they put the last season of Bones on Netflix. So now I can binge watch it and watch the whole thing, the rest of it. So that's, while I'm scrapping, that's when I kind of catch up on some of these episodes. Although this week I haven't been up in my scrap room barely at all. All these layouts were done on the weekend when my husband was home, and that he was able to watch the puppy and help out with Caitlin and everything. So it was a week, 2 days ago, that she has her surgery. She's doing, really well. She's still in some pain, but she's off the painkillers now and just kind of managing the pain with just, sort of putting up with it. And but the person that's giving us trouble, or not the person, but what is giving us trouble, or who is giving us trouble, is that little puppy. And I can see a page in my future called Here Comes Trouble, because that's exactly what it is. He's a little troublemaker. He is like having an 18-month-old around here. Like, he's just into everything, and like there's no rest with him. He just goes. But he's something cute. But man, he just sure keeps us busy. And on top of that, Josh is finishing off his driving course. So every week now he's having an hour. This week he has 2, and then next week is his last 2 hours, and then he's doing his test. So hopefully he'll pass that, and then he'll have his license, because he's starting college, not the week after, but the week after that. So we want him to be all done before he starts college, and then that'll be like sort of one thing done. And on top of that, I got the call from my surgeon, and I had to go meet with him. And so he's going to do the surgery, and he said the wait period is not that long. So I'm kind of thinking, I forgot to ask him after we were gone. I said to my husband, I should have asked him, like, not long for a surgeon might be different than a patient's not long kind of perception, right? But the way he talked, it wasn't going to be long. So I'm thinking probably in the next few months at least, I'll get the call for my surgery, and then that'll be one thing done. Now he said where the location of it is and stuff. He says I'm good to do a little bit of exercise so I can start going on my treadmill. So I'm so happy about that. And the recovery period is going to be about 2 weeks. So that's not bad. And the surgery is going to take about an hour, which was all good news. So I've had to see the surgeon in the last week also. So it's been a little busy in this household, but everything is, as they say, is under control, and everything is coming together sort of nicely. So, and Caitlin's fiance, he's done tomorrow, and then he's moving here. So she's happy about that, because he's still in the city where they were. He's still in Fredericton, and he was finishing up the month for his job, and then he's going to be looking for a job here in Moncton. So it's been, so he's moving it over the weekend, so that'll be good. One more person to watch the little puppy. We need all hands on deck with that puppy. But the good news is our older dog, he was not having any of the little puppy. He did not like him at all. Ace was really good with him, but the puppy didn't like him. So, but he's starting to warm up to him. So it took a little over a week. He still kind of growls at him, like he doesn't want him to come too close. But I think Louis is going to win him over. He's trying really hard anyway. But anyway, so that's just a little update about what's going on. But I did manage to get 3 layouts done over the weekend, so they'll be going up, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week. So I want to do a third cluster, and I wanted to do instead of at the end of a page or you know, at the corner or at the bottom. I wanted to do it sort of in the middle of the page right there, and it kind of finished that third cluster really nicely. And I just put it so that it was lower than the top one at the top right. And then you got the second cluster, which is where it is the label and the smile and the couple of hearts. And then to the right of that is the giraffe with the heart that is layered on top of the giraffe. And then I have the flower that's layered over that. And then I layered a little giraffe on the little love too, which is a little puffy sticker. So the thing to remember is when you're adding embellishments like that is to make sure that you layer the second thing on top of the first thing that you put on. So for example, the giraffe is, I wanted it at the end of that die cut, so it's just barely touching the end of the die cut. And then I have the heart that's layered over, it's touching the journaling block, it's touching the giraffe. And then the flower that is on top, I'm obviously I put it somewhere where I know it's not going to cover the word, but also it's touching the giraffe, it's touching the journaling block, and it's touching the word love. And as I'm building up on the different, you know, die cuts, I'm making sure to touch the one next to it. I hope that makes sense. Same thing with the top label. I have the label, and then I have the word smile. And then I wanted it so that it wasn't all confined in that tab or that label. So the heart is just sticking out a little bit over it, but it's touching the word smile. And then I also put a little word that is a puffy sticker. Puffy sticker, yeah. For some reason, I didn't think that was the right word. And then I put those little X's and O's in each of the embellishment clusters, and it kind of ties in the title that says Giraffe Love. And that page really made me think of, it's been a long time since we've gone to Toronto. Like for many, many years, I'd say for almost 10 years, we were going to Toronto every year. We were volunteers for a children's group that we would bring about 25 children to Toronto every year for their grade 6 kind of graduation. And so every year we did that. We would go for a week with 25 kids. Like there would be like 10 adults and 25 kids. And we would go there in vans, and it was such a blast. So we did that for almost 10 years. Plus, we would also go with our family. Like I've seen that we just come back from that, and then we'd go back with our own family and go back to Toronto and go to Toronto Zoo and go to Marineland. And I think, yes, the last time we went was in 2011. So it's been 6 years since we've gone. So I think it's high time for us to take another trip and go and maybe take Mason, because I think he would really enjoy that. But that's going to finish this layout. I have to warn you, there is no pictures because I thought today was Thursday. Oh, my daughter showed the puppy. So I just remembered at 9:30 that I needed to put this up today. But if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up. And we will talk to you on Friday with another layout. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.